Hello everybody, I am on my deck right now and I'm going to show you, because I have already talked about the tomatoes, about the cucumbers. There are videos for that, and if anybody's wondering what's down there, those are my seedlings. So I am starting them and training them a little bit on the deck to grow the way I want them to grow. That's a way of saying I just don't have time to plant them. So there you go. Anyway, we will talk about those later. So let's see. This video is about the sunflower, one of the tallest they have out there, which is called Mammoth Russian. This one. So these are the seeds that I used. I used a few other ones, but I want to show you exactly the seeds I used for the sunflowers over there. So they say that plant height is 8 to 12 feet. Now let's look at them. They are over there. So that's the fence, as you can see. The height of the fence is a bit over 6 feet. Actually a bit more, it's probably 7 feet. The fence you see over there. Now those are the sunflowers, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see them, have a better image of what they look like. There you go. So these are the sunflowers. The head is not that big for the Russian mammoth. There is another variety that I'm trying in this garden, and I will show you. So the ones, okay, these are the Russian mammoth. Okay, now let's zoom out and let's see. Okay, so the tall ones are the Russian mammoth, which you can see where they are compared to the fence. Now the ones over here are Pike's Peak. That's the name. The sunflower is called Pike's Peak, and they say they have huge heads, which should be double the size of the Russian mammoth. They grow pretty much same height, but they have really huge heads. So there are other sunflowers over there. I tried to mix them. The tallest are the Russian mammoths, but the other ones that you can see, there are a few others, are a different variety, and I'm going to talk about them one by one. I'm not very happy about them. Some of them have this problem with their leaves. They wilt, so they look like nobody's taking care of the garden, you know, things like that. I absolutely don't like. I like when my flowers look healthy. Sunflowers by definition tend to do that, so it's really difficult to find a variety that doesn't do it. So I would say the Russian mammoths did really well on that. I would grow them again. And well, let me show you something, because now I remembered. Okay, there is one over here that was the first one to bloom, and now it's, you can see something happened to it, and it's not dead or anything, but it just bent. It bent, this one, so it looks, you know, it's just green. I like my flowers to display color. Well, sunflowers, if they do that, let's say that sunflower was up and nice and looking great for about 4 or 5 days, and then it bent, and now it's like sad, looking sad, and there's no color. I don't know. There is another problem with that. There were a few birds in this tree, some yellow birds, very beautiful birds. I saw them sitting on the sunflower and eating the petals, not the seeds. That was interesting. They were picking on petals. So I'm not sure if that affected the, actually, if I look close to this thing, it is missing the petals. So you should know that if you look at that, so this one is missing the petals, right? It doesn't have them compared to this one that has all its petals intact, but I don't know how long it would take until, you know, the bird comes back and eats the petals. So alright, so that's pretty much it. You should always take into consideration where you live. If you want to start sunflowers, you should think about the fact that birds are going to attack your sunflowers. So these are the sunflowers again, and that's the last zoom in that I'm going to do, and then we will go back. Okay, and alright, just struggling with my camera to zoom in and out because it has a problem, but anyway, that's not about it in this video. So that's what I can say about the sunflowers. I would try them again. They are very spectacular. I recommend them. They are very sensitive though, so let me show you one thing. They will grow as tall as they can, as tall as they say on this package, if you start them directly in the ground. So I would say that's the best way to do it if you can. Then you will they will be late blooming into the season. So now it's July, mid-July, and I have the sunflowers over there. By the way, if you're interested, these ones here, they are the sunspots, the dwarf ones. So they are not the same type over there, not the Russian mammoth, of course. So let's go back to what I was saying before. You see the way I start my seedlings. These are sunflowers actually. As you can see, this one over here is actually what is it? Oh my god, wait a second. American Giant, yes. American Giant is another type of sunflower that is huge. It has a huge head, so I really like the picture. I have never had them in my garden. I'm trying them for the very first time this year. So this is the way I start them. Now, they have been here for about a week. That's the maximum I can keep them here if I really want them to grow as tall as the ones I showed you before. If I keep them here for about a month, their growth will be stunted, so they won't grow as tall. They will display flowers, they will have everything you want but the height. So that's pretty much it about them.